So to the rosters, and I'll lead off here with the Furious Truck Stop Waitresses, who are running a pretty short roster here, just 8 players. We have number 106, Mad Hater, number 13, Crispy Nubbins, number 15, Lola Bunny, number 1973, Miss Andry, 1974, Foxy Afro Dyke, E, number 420, Pariah Carey, number 575, Risky Business, and their captain, number 6060, Goldie A Go-Go.
And in navy blue this time, gray last time, we have the high altitude roller derby Starlets. Number 0, the Knockout. Number 11, Reamer. 122, Bam Beasley. Bam is a new upgrade to the Starlets, and she's been doing great this year. 16, Echo Dislocator. 221, Juicy Brute. 314, Pi R Scared. 321, and my big sister on the team, Vivian Slaya. 44, Kim Malicious. 47, Zap. 50, Revved. 789, Tara McPherson. 80, Belt Sander. She's a doctor. 802, Mow You Down, the captain. And 96, Kryptonite, their jammer. First up to jam is going to be Vivian Slaya, my own personal hero. And she's going to be going up against Mad Hater, number 106.
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting to see how FTW handles having such a short roster on this. Imagine that the blockers are going to be getting a lot of playtime.
Yeah. That short roster definitely did not help them in the last game, and it's only gotten shorter coming into this game.
Yeah, they lost a couple players.
They are definitely giving Vivian Slaya a run for her money as she's still trying to get lead, which she just now manages to grab.
Yeah, she found just a little bit of room on the outside, took advantage of a couple people falling over, and grabbing lead jam.
All right, so she's on her scoring pass, see what she can do. Mow You Down does fail to keep Mad Hatter from getting out. Mad Hater.
So Mad Hater's coming through, and that will, I thought it was going to be the end, but it looks like we're going to run it out here. Vivian Slaya entering the pack and exiting the pack along with Mad Hater.
Both jammers are now out, and I believe both jammers have scored?
Yeah, I think 4 points put on the board for both jammers on that last pass. So it's going to be 4-8.
That may not have been a great call to not call it off for the Starlets. It doesn't look like they really capitalized on getting any extra points.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, she was able to make it out as well. So, I mean, the net result is the same. But I agree. I was a little bit surprised when she let the FTW jammer come in.
They could have kept it to 4-0, but ended up with 8-0. Or 8-4.
Yep, so we've got Pariah Carey actually grabbing lead jam along the inside for FTW.
Belt Sanders getting pushed around in there. Still hasn't gotten out of the pack. But she gives a little twirl there at the end and is able to get out.
Yeah, impressively able to stay just in bounds on her toe stops.
But she will not be scoring any points on this jam.
So we'll see. We'll see how many points Pariah picked up there. It's like looking at 3 right now. So not quite able to tie it up.
This is now a 1-point game. Reamer going up against Lola Bunny. This is a squirmy mashup versus a powerful bull through the China shop mashup. We'll see which different playing style works out here.
All right, now a bit of a scrum. Nobody really coming out on top.
Oh, good word, scrum. Reamer's out front and does nab lead. Lola Bunny still trying to get through the pack. Mow You Down's giving her some great blocking right there. They both go down. And it looks like Lola Bunny's going to be getting a penalty.
Yes.
This is going to be a power jam for Starlets, something they desperately need early on in the game here.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for them to try to start opening up a lead.
Yeah, Reamer does snag 5 points on that jam, or in that pass.
Yep, we'll see if there's any offense coming through.
Oh, massive hit from Mad Hater.
Yeah, Mad Hater doing some mad hating right there.
Yeah, she was. You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say that.
Trying to ream the Reamer.
Yeah, she definitely reamed Reamer. Reamer does not manage to stay in bounds and is forced to recycle. Yeah, she's got to face off against Mad Hater again.
This is a pretty effective penalty kill thus far.
Yes. But Reamer does go ahead and snag 5 more points. Lola Bunny still trying to get out on her initial. She does manage to get by Mow You Down and is now out of the pack. But Reamer calls it, denying her any points.
Okay.
Yeah, those low blocks suck when you get knocked down and you just inadvertently happen to knock down another player. But it is on you to fall small, and that's why they teach them fall small in fresh meat. And that's something you really got to take into your playing style, because if you just sprawl out like that, even if it's not your fault, you still could take down another skater, and you're going to the penalty box.
Yeah.
All right, Kristen out to jam for the first time this game.
Up against number 575, Risky Business. I think also jamming for the first time.
Yes.
And
looks like they're
got
going to
another
call
skater
it
down
for
here.
injury.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting back to gameplay. Hard has an early lead of 18-7.
Yep. And we're going to see Matt Hader out here getting hard with FTW with a smaller roster. So we're going to see a lot of repeat jamming, I believe. Going up against number 96, Kryptonite. And Kryptonite's grabbing lead jam.
Yes. I am watching the live stream here. I am seeing all this Slaya love.
Yeah, Slay's got a lot of fans out there.
Yes. She got a fan right here, though. So that was already one.
We can say two. I've seen Slaya skate a couple times. Always fun to watch.
You know who else has a fan? Kryptonite, right here. She is an amazing jammer. Lola Bunny's trying to keep up with her. Kryptonite's put another 5 points on the board.
Yeah, Kryptonite's skating laps right now. Yeah, some really impressive toe stop work there, finding the seam.
Kryptonite taking the inside and just stepping right on through. Matt Hader still trying to get past this Starlet three wall.
Yeah, working against Revd and Zap. Now Zap's going to bridge the pack. One more to beat, and Matt Hader finally is going to push their way through.
And Kryptonite calls it. But Lola Bunny, the pivot, is going to be going to the box. So the truck stop waitresses will be starting one down, as well as the Starlets.
So Kryptonite able to double the Starlet score there.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Tacking on 18 points to bring them up to 36.
Vivian Slaya up for her second jam.
Facing off against Mariah Perry, I believe, also in their second jam.
Definitely in their second jam. I'm not sure if they faced off each other last time or not.
Mariah Carey saw a lot of jams in the first game today.
Yeah, she was absolutely the highest scorer for the truck stop waitresses in their first game in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely a workhorse for that team. Just very consistent jammer. Right now, Vivian Slaya's got lead jam coming in for a scoring pass.
And she just got another shout out on the stream. All right, both jammers are now out, putting pressure on Slaya to see if she's going to call it or not.
Yeah, Slaya just
and she's going to call
through.
it.
Man, encountered almost no resistance. A nice juke.
Yeah, absolutely right through.
So that's going to be 9 more points onto the board.
Starlets now have a commanding lead early on in this first half.
Yeah, 45 points to 7.
Can the live feed see the score? Or no?
They're 20 seconds behind. But yeah, if we could see it, there's like score right there. Okay. All right, Dr. Belt Sanders out there, but she does not beat Mad Hater as Mad Hater gets a quick lead.
Yeah, Mad Hater showing that she is not tired.
No, she jumped right out in front. Mad Hater's telling the group to speed up. I don't think there's going to be any points awarded to either.
Yeah.
No, that's
looks
a
like
shutout.
a couple of zeros up there. They'll call that one a draw, and we'll move on to the next one.
It's like a soccer tie.
Yeah, except
People
it was a
love
lot more
ties.
exciting, and it took a lot less time.
Yeah. You mean it wasn't 90 minutes of people running around on a field?
I mean, I don't want to hate on soccer, really.
No,
but
I mean, I'm not.
a 0-0 soccer game is not very exciting.
No.
And a 0-0 derby jam, still pretty exciting.
Could be very exciting, yeah. There's absolutely no reason it wouldn't be.
Back to the derby jam, Mariah Carey finding room on the inside, took a couple of hits, got small, and got out.
Yeah. Reamer's close behind her. This is going to be a jammer race-off. Let's see if either of them can get points.
It's a skate race. And does look like the waitresses are going to pick up
3
a
points.
trio of points.
Yeah. Starlets were able to kill off a penalty there right before the jam got called, so they'll be starting at full strength. Chris and I and Lolo Bunny going off again. Let's see if Lolo Bunny can take advantage here and try to get some momentum back for the truck stop waitresses. Oh, a nasty hit from Foxy Aphrodite there.
Yeah, Foxy just laying them out to begin this one.
Chris and I is not an easy person to knock down, and she definitely made it look easy.
Yeah.
Chris and I just pushing and pounding her way through the walls there.
Yeah,
Mad
one
Hater
more
trying to
beat.
get chased, but unable to stop her from getting out of play.
Yeah, it looks like Lola's got the star off, so she's contemplating a star pass.
Yeah, she's still in this, but she's definitely given that option to go ahead and pass that star off.
Yep. And really,
But Chris
once
and I
the lead
picked up
jammer's
5
out,
more. Yeah.
and once the lead jammer's out, there's really no drawback to
No.
taking that star off.
And it looks like Mad Hater does have the star pass in hand.
Yep, able to
And
stay
she is
inbounds
now
on the
out
toe stops.
of her initial. Chris and I calls it, robbing them any chance of putting any more points up on that 10.
Yep, so 54-10 so far. About just under 20 minutes to go in this first half.
And Chris and I's getting a shout out online. And I do agree, she is killing it.
Yeah, Chris tonight, I'm doing the quick math in my head, so this might be wrong, but I know that she had an 18-pointer.
Yeah.
She just had a 9-pointer.
Yep.
27 points. So she's got half their points so far.
Yeah.
Unless she had another jam that I'm forgetting.
She's certainly on par to possibly be doing a 100-point game for herself.
Yeah, be interesting to see. I think we saw a few of those yet today by the Phoenix teams.
Yeah, we've seen a lot from Phoenix doing that.
Yeah. Ooh, flying into the pack and falling down. Risky business. Engaging in a bit of risky business. Ended up on the floor to call off that jam, but able to get a point. So starting to chip away that lead 1 point at a time. Now we'll have Mad Hater again. It does look like I believe that is Goldie out there for FTW that went down earlier. Has returned to the track, so it must have been checked out okay.
Absolutely.
That's good for
Always
them.
good to see people returning. They definitely can't take any more hits to their roster. Oh, a little bit of a kick block there. She didn't hit anybody on the opposing team, so it definitely wasn't a penalty. We've had some new additions on the web. I see Tara McGee, another freshie from up in hard territory, has joined us, cheering on the Starlets. And we have Dippin' Dots on to watch Chris tonight, I'm sure, play in this game. Oh. All right, Belt gets out for another 5 points there.
Yeah, Belt Sander. I just learned Dr. Belt Sander out there.
Dr. Belt Sander.
For 10 points already. Mad Hater still working on the initial pass.
Definitely the second game fatigue is setting in a little bit that I can see for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both teams have played really, really hard games this morning. A lot of physical action in both games this morning. And both teams are looking to put a win up on the board.
Now we've got a little friendly pile up there.
Yeah. It's okay. They know each other.
It's okay. They're friends. And really, most of these skaters are friends. Most of them have skated against each other more than one time, as they do travel around the state of Arizona competing throughout the year.
Yeah, and Derby is definitely a community that spreads all across the world. Don't know anybody that lives in Australia? Join Derby. You'll probably meet one.
Absolutely.
A lot of scuffling going on. We got two very distinct walls. Lazy Ace is trying to keep them from spreading out too far. Reamer goes ahead and snags lead in the confusion. Truck stop waitresses are down 2 blockers, which is never good.
Yeah.
Reamer skates by easily picking up 5 points.
And the FTW blockers are trying to get Pariah Carey out of there. Actually, it looks like there's been a pass over to Miss Andrew.
Yep. No, that's risky business. Yeah, that's risky business.
Ah, okay. Well, I apologize.
It happens.
Right now, nobody moving over there on turn 3.
And Pariah's getting a shout out online. She and the rest of the waitresses surely need it for this bout. Oh, Reamer comes out of nowhere flying into the center. I didn't see that hit, but it must have been bad. Both jammers are having a lot of problems getting through both walls here.
Yeah, really kind of crawled to a stop here.
Yeah. Looks like we're probably going to go the full extent. We got about 30 seconds left on this jam.
Yeah. Both teams trying to provide a little bit of offense here. Miss Andrew was providing offense and actually came in there to stop Reamer.
Yeah.
So nice pivot there.
Definitely. Reamer's scoring points while Risky Business is still stuck on her initial pass.
Yep. And with just about 10 seconds left in the jam, this might be...
Oh, Reamer gets a nice O there and almost gets by, but gets a little push out.
Yep.
Echo Dislocator is going to be going to the box for a back block.
That's going to be the full 2 minutes, too. So, yeah, Reamer able to pick up 4 points there.
Yep.
4 very hard-earned points.
It's very hard-earned.
It's going to bring...
Both teams are going to start with 1 in the box.
So 79 points for the Dark Sky Starlets and 11 for the Furious Truck Stop Waitresses. I just recently, and please confirm this is true, learned that Flagstaff is like the first Dark Sky or Dark Sky City.
I believe we're the first. I believe there are now a few, but we're definitely the leaders in this. Yeah, you can, and I know this from astrology, or for astronomy class. Flagstaff is one of the 20% of Americans that can actually see the Milky Way at night. 80% of Americans cannot see the Milky Way at night.
That's a great fact.
Yeah.
and
that's a homegrown fact.
And that's why the team is named that, right? I'm
I
assuming.
believe so, yes. All of the teams up at Flagstaff have an outer space theme to them. We have the Starlets. We have the Supernovas, which is the B team, and we have our brand new C team, which is unrestricted, and they're the Plutonauts, who I named. I mean, I came up with the name and we voted on it, but I will take credit on the creativity.
It's a good name.
I know, I love it. Pluto was also discovered in Flagstaff.
Yeah, I've been to the observatory.
Yeah.
It's cool. You can see the plates there. If anyone has not been out there and you find yourself in Flagstaff, it's a wonderful place to be. It's a really cool tour. You get to see the original slides that is it Lowell Observatory?
Lowell Observatory, yes. That's where it was discovered.
Definitely worth the trip. And it's not that far out of Flagstaff. It's kind of like in the city.
Yep, discovered February 16th, and it was named by a 9-year-old. Yeah, the same year that Pluto was discovered, Disney created the Pluto character. So they came out at exactly the same time, and that is what a lot of people believe. It is not.
Is the planet named after the dog?
It's
the dog named after
100%
the
not.
planet?
I don't think they're named after each other. They're both named after the god of the underworld.
The god of the underworld is named after the dog?
Yes. Certainly.
So I'm glad you all tuned in to Astronomy Facts.
Yes.
Here.
Astronomy Facts with Thrash. So we've got Kryptonite muscling her way through to lead there.
Have Mad Hater working for the FTW.
Who has been doing a lot of jams in this game.
I mean,
you've got to give her props. She's really taken the brunt here. I don't think Kryptonite made that jump.
Yeah, it looks like she just barely missed, so it's going to be Lola Bunny recycling her.
And she's going to call it off.
So able to stall long enough that Mad Hater was whipping around there. And yeah, I mean, FTW with the short rosters, they just have to jam their jammers many a time.
And Mr. John Webb, Jaundice, has just joined us. Shout out to John.
What up, John? Risky Business, number 575, up against a fan favorite, Vivian Slaya.
Fan and personal favorite, Vivian Slaya, who takes a nasty hit but recovers quickly.
Yeah, Miss Andry. Not going to let her get by on the outside that easy, but she says, I'll just go right up the middle.
Yeah, it looked like Miss Andry tried to pull a cut there, but it just wasn't enough. The refs didn't fall for it.
Yeah, Risky Business is able to make their initial path for FTW.
Vivian's getting the call to call it off, but she does not call it off.
Yeah, might not be able to hear
allowing for Risky Business to score some points there. Vivian looks hungry tonight. I think she's hungry for points. Oh,
Vivian
that looked like a nasty. That was to be a nasty hit.
Yeah.
She definitely avoided a very nasty hit. Vivian's going to go ahead and pick up 8 to the Furious Truck Stop Racers' 4.
Yep, so 15 points for Tucson's Furious Truck Stop Waitresses and 91 for HARD.
Nice commanding lead early on for Hard.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great showing for them.
Yeah. Definitely making up for the big defeat that they received earlier this morning. Definitely a very powerful game. They definitely held back who they play? The Beaters.
The Beaters, yeah.
Definitely held back the Beaters from really just taking it and running with it. But this is definitely their revenge game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it looks like we have an official review going on right now.
Yeah,
I think it was called by the truck stop waitresses. Because they're the ones doing the talking.
Yeah, I see the little hand pointed to FTW, so I believe that is them.
Yeah.
There's a blinking dot on the
dots help.
scoreboard.
Yeah, and yours is good about pounding this stuff.
So we'll see. I'm assuming we'll find out at some point what is being reviewed here. Looks like the review is kind of still being explained.
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to ask you a question here live
Sure.
on the air. Something that I've been thinking about. The captain of Derby teams, I know, has a role off the track.
Okay.
But what does the captain do? Is there anything different that the captain does during the game?
Oh, okay. So I don't want to really take the responsibility of saying this wrong. The captain on the team is really, they're the leader, obviously. I mean, that goes without saying.
Yep.
Off the track, I personally handle a lot of the coaching that goes on. I shared, obviously, with the actual coaches. But captain's really there to make sure that everybody's doing what they need to be doing, making sure everybody's ready to be and about. In my personal experience, I have a very young team, very young, eager team that's ready to get out there and prove themselves. But I got to make sure that they're ready. Even though their hearts are in it, they just might not be there.
Right.
So that's what we're working on up there. As far as what other captains do, they do a lot of official reviews.
Okay.
That's definitely what it's part of
So
their
is
job.
that something that can the captain call an official review?
Yes.
During the game?
Yeah, captain or the coach can call the official
Okay.
review.
Because my girlfriend's dad was here
Yeah.
earlier, watching her skate for the first time, actually. He came in from Chicago. So
Who are we talking
that
about?
was rad.
Who are we talking about?
Bangs. She's on SRP.
Okay.
And he asked that question. He's like, so, I noticed that the announcers, mention that this person's the captain or this
Yep.
person's, the co-captain. What does that mean? And I kind of knew, that off the track, the captain, like you were saying, does a lot of, the coaching and organizing and stuff. And I wasn't really sure what that means during the actual game.
Yeah. During games, captains don't, they don't just necessarily, they're not the ones handing the, the stars or the pivots caps to them. That's usually what the line coach does. But they are generally, it's definitely in my case, in all cases I've seen, a voted position. So it's definitely, your team has to have trust in you that you're going to do a good job and make sure that they get to bouts and they're ready. And I think that's the biggest part about being a captain is just making sure that your team's ready.
Yep. And Anthony McKinney chiming in here that also the captains can call timeouts. So
Yes.
cool.
And welcome back to Katie Lemos. I hope you're taking care of that leg of yours.
We're going to get the lowdown on the official review.
All right, and here we go again. Mad Hater has lost the apron. This must be your game face. Lola Bunny was able to take 2 hard skaters, including the jammer, out and took them all the way back. Belt Sander was not going to be denied, though. She has gotten out, and she is now lead.
All right. The word on that official review was the FTW was looking for a track cut call on the blue jammer, but the person that they thought that they were cutting was not the initiator of the hit. There was not a cut called, and the Furious Truck Stop waitresses will lose their official review for the first half.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, that's very useful.
And now we're going to have Pariah Carey going up against Reamer.
All right,
Pariah
Reamer-
thought she had room on the inside, but that was shut down by number 802. Mow you down, living up to the name.
Yeah. Reamer slams right into the Furious Truck Stop Waitresses' wall, but they don't stop her for a second. Oh, nice little jump. She does not stick the landing.
That was very close.
No, she did not carry Strug that one.
Sick reference.
Sick. Thank you. Reamer's going to swing by and score 5 more points.
Tucson's still working on the initial pass here. Looks like, considering the star pass, the star is off. Meanwhile, recycling Reamer. Reamer cycling.
Reamer's able to sneak by on the inside and scores 5 more points. Starlets are definitely going to need to do some penalty killing right now. They've got 2 in the box.
A nice hit by Crispy Nubbins.
Yeah, it looks like-
slow Reamer down a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Pariah's going to be able to sneak by and score some points of her own. Well, the Dark Sky Scarlet's lead has extended. It's now 104-20.
Yep, just under 9 minutes to go in this first half as we set up for the 17th jam.
Yeah, definitely a great last bout of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really excited to get to announce this one.
All right, Kryptonite's lining up against Mad Hater. Mad Hater, once again, I've got to give her props today. She is playing like an Iron Man, Iron Woman
Yeah.
derby out there.
I mean, she's probably jammed 40 times.
Yeah, she's out there.
And
I think
it's not
every
like
other
an
jam.
overestimation.
Yeah,
Like,
that is not an easy thing to do.
yeah.
All right, Kryptonite's lining up
Just
with that
comes
very
right at that
Kryptonite-
tripod.
That very Kryptonite posture that she has there. It's an intimidating posture.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what. I've been on the receiving end of a Kryptonite hit at full speed. It's not pleasant.
And she slammed into that tripod, broke him up, and then went right between them.
Oh yeah, that's what she does. She's a wall killer in her own. She doesn't need the O to kill the wall for her. She'll do it herself.
And she got through another scoring pass there. Calls it off before Mad Hater can get to the pack. Mad Hater had escaped their initial pass.
Hart is doing a very good job of getting lead and then making sure that the truck stop waitresses don't get any opportunity to score points.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about this a lot, but really so much of Derby is stopping the other team from scoring points.
Yep. It's definitely it's any part of any strategy that a team should be using. All right. So Vivian Slaya, my personal hero, is out there again trying to get lead for the Dark Sky Scarlets. She's
Yeah.
going up against Risky Business, but Risky Business is able to sweep around as Vivian Slaya takes a nasty hit and goes down.
Yeah, Risky Business kind of bounced around the blockers there and was able to find room on the outside. Going to try to pick up some points here. And we'll see
right,
how
let's
many
see.
they got.
Nope, Slaya's going to get shut out on that one.
Yeah, looks like that is a 0-0. Oh, 1 point, actually. I see one finger in the air. FTW. Going to get 1 point there.
Yes, definitely what the Truckstar Wagers needed to do. They need to start getting a point, even 1 point on all these jams. Try to build that momentum, get their skaters back in this game because it's definitely not over.
Absolutely not. I mean, an 80-point lead right now, of course, is a pretty large lead, but that can evaporate quickly.
Yeah, I've seen games seesaw where you have a large lead and then they just take it for granted, and the other team just sneaks up on them. But Belt Sander is definitely helping to put more points on the board. She just scores 5. Looks like Lola Bunny.
Yeah, trying to get the star pass to happen and then decides, you know what, I'm better off keeping it myself.
Yep.
And let's see.
All
Them.
right. Looks like
I heard
Starlets
trade.
won't be calling it off.
Yeah, so maybe they're going to trade the 4 points for 4 points here.
Yeah. Hopefully this works out for him and it's not a huge mistake.
Yeah, it's interesting. You don't actually see a lot of teams go for that.
And Lola's going to be going to the box for a cut call. So this is actually going to be a power jam, so that's actually going to work really well for Starlets. They're going to be able to freeze the Truck Stop Waitress jammer in the box. So they're going to be starting with a power start.
Yep, and they'll send out Reamer for the power start. Actually, not very many penalties. I think the one we announced earlier today, also a pretty clean game, but not a lot of penalties happen in this game. So we're going to see, I imagine that Dark Sky is going to provide a little bit of offense here to start the power jam. And they look to be doing just that.
Just enough O to get Reamer out on the inside.
Yeah, and a very nice spin on the toe stop, staying in bounds and taking advantage of what little room there was.
Yeah, absolutely. The O was there, but Reamer really did that for herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she hadn't put that little spin there, she definitely wouldn't have got out. Oh, man. Reamer is just going 1-on-4 against the Truck Stop Waitresses right now.
Yep, going to put the 5 points up on the scoreboard. 5 in the sky. Trying to make it 10. And, yep.
Oh, she does a little
actually-
tiptoe, tries to get by, and just barely doesn't.
Yeah, it looked like she was through, but Risky Business able
Lola
to...
Bunny is out.
All right, here comes the call. Lola Bunny flying very fast around the track there.
A lot of effort for nothing, unfortunately, and the Trust Type Waitress do get shut out again.
23 to 134. Lead of 111 points.
Looks like we're going to have an official timeout.
Yep, they'll go ahead and talk things over.
I'm still trying to learn, like, I know most of the hand signals, but not all of them.
So it looks like during that officials meeting, they decided that the blue jammer should be sitting in the box for the start. So this is actually going to be a power start for the Fruckstar waitresses, and they've got Pariah out there to see if she can score some points.
Yep, Pariah Carey getting to work. One more to beat, a hard hit from the hard player, but looks like
Both
either
went
they
down.
went out of bounds
Yeah.
or they both went down. So Pariah's going to keep on skating.
And she scores her first point right there. It looks like she's going to get them all. I think she has. She's down but not out. And
Yep.
that's going to be a full 5.
5 in the sky for the Furious Truck Stop waitresses. Pariah getting to work on this next tripod. Jammer's out for hard.
Both teams back to full strength. Pariah getting a little shove from Mad Hater there. Unfortunately, it's not effective. Oh, a big hit there to Juicy Brute. Juicy Brute, fun fact, just a little bit over a year ago, broke her leg, broke both
Wow.
bones in her leg, and she's already back playing. She is a beast. She
Yeah.
worked her butt off to get there, and she's definitely doing a great job.
That's pretty incredible. That is
Yeah.
not an easy injury to recover from, let
No.
alone recover from and go out and skate like a badass.
Yeah, I actually was able to. I didn't document that incident, but I did make a documentary for school, and I was able to put her X-rays into the documentary, so you actually could see injuries.
Sweet.
Yeah. So she's a little bit YouTube famous. I mean, if I was more famous, she'd be more famous, but I got her a little bit.
It could
A little
happen.
bit of YouTube famous.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
still out there. 3, 2, 1, Slay.
Vivian Slaya. All right, looks like they're going to try to go for max points here.
Yeah, and ooh, risky business.
Very nice move.
Flying through, getting low. That was impressive. Came in with a bunch of speed and just didn't get touched.
No, absolutely. She just ducked right through it.
Definitely got slowed
Sometimes
down
being
there.
shorter is a big advantage in Derby.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that in the last bout with SRP Wilhelm, one of their
Oh yeah,
their
Wilhelm
jammers.
was amazing.
Gets real small, super agile. We've got to be very hard to stop.
I saw Wilhelm duck 3 times to get through one wall. Just boom, 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 duck, 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 and got right through. It was amazing.
In the end, there looks like 6-8 was how that shook out. So 6 points for Tucson's team and 8 for Hard. 38-142.
I mean, it's always great to see both teams put points on the board, but I have to question: was that strategic in what they did?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Chris and I with an early, just busting through the wall. Mad Hater still trying to get out.
And I
Chris
wonder,
snagging 4 points and chasing Mad Hater down. Are we going to see some jammer on jammer action? No, Mad Hater's going to get stuck in the wall, and Chris Knight's going to keep for another 4. I'm going to go for a shameless pun here as we go into intermission. Starlets are definitely putting the star in this game as they increase their lead to 151-41. But the Furious Truck Stop Racers, I have to commend them. I always commend people that can go out there and do every other jam or jams in a row. What do you think?
They are battling. I mean, let's not forget they are working with a roster of 8 players,
Yes.
and they're fielding 5 at a time.
I mean, if they got points just for effort, I would have to wonder if they wouldn't be in the lead right now.
Effort points.
Effort points.
We'll leave you guys to think about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not how it works. We will be back in 14 minutes with the second half of this very, very talented game. This is Thrash Banner signing off for now. All right, welcome back, everybody. We got about a minute left in intermission, and then we're going to get, or I don't know, everybody's lining up. I think everybody's ready to go.
Yeah. It says we've got a minute left, but they are ready to skate.
Yeah, we got full skating crews on the team, on the track. And Matt Hayter definitely has the apron back on.
Yep. Not sure if that signifies something, but
I don't know.
it was off for a while. Now it's back on.
It's back on. It's back where it's supposed to be.
3, 2,
All right,
1.
looks like we
slay.
are ready to get started. We had a couple people join the live stream during the intermission. Welcome, All Bucked Up. Another friend and hero of mine. All right, next whistle starts the jam. Lazy A said so. And there we go. Vivian Slay giving
It's
Matt
true.
Hayter a little push there.
Yeah, a little.
Oh,
Hammer,
wow.
hammer. Ooh,
That was an amazing move.
that was
Vivian
really
Slay
slick.
went from the middle of the track to the outside, and no one was even. They were still looking at her shadow as she was passing by.
Yeah, they could not adjust in time, and Slaya already threw another scoring pass here.
Yep.
Put 5 on the board.
Just like that. Couple seconds, we already have 5 on the board. All right, Matt Hayter just gets past that Starlet wall. Now they're both on scoring passes.
Yeah, so Matt Hayter coming through, and that is going to put enough pressure on Vivian. So they're going to call it off, but not before putting 9 points on the board. Quick
I think
score.
it's safe to say that Slaya slayed that.
Slaya has been slaying
Yes,
All-
certainly slayed that one.
all game.
Yeah,
Slaya's going to slay.
slay. Yeah.
Quote, Joe. I should not have tried to pronounce his last name on a stream. Odino.
All right. Oh, Belt Center takes a massive hit from Risky Business, knocking her into the center of the track. Risky Business is ready to give her another hit. Belt's having a lot of trouble with this wall.
Yeah.
Furious Trucks at Waitsters went in intermission and said, screw it, we're just going to hit him.
Risky business. Yep.
Oh, another hit from Whiskey Business.
A little elbow to the chest there.
I don't want to say another pun, but she's given Belt the business.
You did want to say another pun, and we all know it.
I might have. Pariah is able to get lead, so that's a good start for the Furious Truck at Wasters.
Absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
Pariah is trying to put some points on the board. Already passed 1. And we'll see if Pariah was able to get their hips past anyone else. Looks like
A 2 for each.
2 each. Mad Hater back
Thanks,
on the
Buck.
track. And number 11, Reamer. Got 1 HARD pivot in the penalty box.
Tara McPherson, what did you do? All right, Reamer goes ahead and secures lead, but Matt Hayter's right there. Oh, I
Yeah,
think Matt
Matt
Hayter's.
Hayter.
Oh, Matt Hayter tries to take her out, and Reamer just sidesteps it. Matt Hayter takes a spill.
All right. You're
It's
right.
beautiful.
Tucson really did just come out and say, let's just hit him.
Yeah.
Didn't quite work out that time, though. Reamer was able to stay standing and grab 4 points.
Yeah, I think FTW is doing a Drago. They're just going to break them. Tara's still in the box, so Chris Knight's going to have to do a little bit of penalty killing.
Yeah, she is standing up there, so we'll probably be
Won't be
sprung
much.
from the joint pretty quickly.
Risky Business is going to try to get this lead and keep this momentum from the Truck Stop Wasters is going. Unfortunately, Chris Knight just so powerful, gets that lead.
Yeah, Chris and I just plowed through the wall there.
Yeah. That's what she does.
But Risky Business really coming out strong here. Gonna
Yeah,
You know,
and she's
at the very
definitely
least
going to
put
pick up
pressure.
points on this pass. Chris
Yeah.
Knight's getting recycled.
It looks like once again we're seeing the Dark Sky Starlets kind of let the clock run here.
Yeah,
And
Chris Knight's going to get
trading
her
points.
points.
So we were discussing this during halftime, but this not being a sanctioned bout and Dark Sky with the lead, it behooves them to trade points and run more time off the clock than to deny. So that's, I think, why we're seeing less of the 4-0 that we typically see.
Yeah, it's all about clock control in this game.
Yep, they're not worried about winning by a certain amount of points or a certain ratio of points. They're just worried about winning.
It doesn't need to be a slaughter. It just needs to be controlled.
Well said. Speaking of slaughter, we've got Vivian Slaya out here. 3, 2, 1, lead jam.
Yep. That was almost like a countdown to her getting lead.
I know, it worked out pretty nicely.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Oh, she's lead. And she calls it.
Yep.
She takes a little trip there, and it's just not worth getting up, trying to get that last point. It looks like we're going to have an official timeout again.
Yep.
This could be a good thing for the Furious Truck Stop Wasters. They get a little extra timeout here, and it doesn't count against them.
Yeah, it's good for the truck stop waitresses. Get a little rest, get a little oxygen. About 25 minutes left to go. Well, it's been a long and awesome day of Derby so far.
Yes,
This
it is.
The fifth game of the day?
This is fifth game. It has been a jam-packed day full of Derby.
Got
That's
4
another
more
pun.
coming up for you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not even acknowledging that one.
I acknowledged it for you.
By the way, just noticed that belt sander number is 80 grit, and I appreciate that.
Yes, a little homage to sanding paper,
Yep.
where she gets her name from, and it's her last name because she's a doctor. Dr. Belt.
Dr. 80 grit.
Yes, Dr. 80 Grit Belt.
Dr. 80 grit is what I name my belt sander.
Ah, it's such a coincidence. Well, Belt Sander was surgical there, and got her points, and then denied any points to the truck stop waitresses.
Putting 4 on the board. Reamer and Risky Business lined up once again. 2 jammers.
Yeah, it looks like Risky Business is stepping up to take a lot of the jamming responsibility for the second half.
Yeah. And it looks like Risky Business got a lot of gas left in the tank. Like, really not showing too much signs of fatigue.
Yeah, they were definitely saving her.
I think that's pretty smart.
A lot of traffic jam up here. All players are currently in the pack. Both jammers still trying to find any hole that they can get through. Looks like Risky Business is going to be the first one out, and she snags lead. The Reamer's right behind her. It's going to be another great opportunity for truck stop waitresses to pick up some points. Let's see if they did. I don't know.
No, she got stuffed by that wall.
Nope, she got 2.
Must have got her hips past 2 of them.
Yeah, it's the hips. You don't even have to get your skates past them.
Yep.
If a wall gives you enough room to put your hips in between, you put your hips in between.
Well done.
Very well done.
That's going up to 49 points. Still trailing. 176 points up there for HARD.
But we still haven't awarded them the gumption points.
That's true.
Once
Gumption and effort points, I mean, FTW's got a lot of those.
All they have to do is really just close this gap here, and then we'll just give them the gumption points and the clear winners.
Ooh, speaking of gumption, that was a gumption test from Chris tonight. A hard hit
Yeah,
on
it looks
that
like
jam.
she might have gotten a piece of that hit herself, and it forced her to call it off.
.22 minutes remaining as we send out 3-2-1 Vivian Slaya, 5-7-5 Palindrome, Risky Business.
Oh, Vivian Slaya just sweeps by through the It's an inside lane.
Yeah, Risky Business is out of their initial pass, though.
Yep. Definitely putting that pressure on Vivian Slay to call it. I don't think Risky Business is going to get any points, but she really did try at the end there.
Yeah. And that was very close. It's going to end up a 4-0 in favor of Dark Sky, but yeah. Risky Business having a pretty good second half, I got to say. They're really impressing me.
Yeah. Furious Truck Stop Wages are not out of this. Not even a little bit out of this.
Yeah, still plenty of time. Over 21 minutes to go.
They will be starting with one in the box. So let's see what they can do. Oh, Belt Center goes to the inside, thinks she's got it, takes a hit, survives it, and still grabs lead.
Yeah, really excellent display of balance there.
Yeah, very good. Oh, she tries to do a little jump. I don't know if she's going to get a pass there.
Yeah,
she might not get all oh, she got all 5 points.
Okay.
Very nice.
Must have had the hips through already.
Yep. Mad Hater still trying to get out on her initial. Belt Sanders uses the other jammer to get through. And now they're both out and racing.
Yep. So Hater and Belt Sander coming around here.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna work that clock and just get a few more points.
Yep, they're gonna trade the points off. And at least right now is gonna turn into a power jam for FTW.
Yeah. This time it didn't work in their favor.
Yeah, so with a little under a minute left in this jam, we're gonna have the full 2 minutes to play here. So we'll see if Mad Hater can take advantage.
Yeah. Won't be a call off on this one. This is all opportunity for Mad Hater to score points. But
So
the
far,
Dark
having some
Sky
difficulty.
Skylights are not going to let her score those points.
Yeah, this is a great kill by them.
Yeah. They have transferred to an all D.
Belt Sanders out.
Aphrodite coming in to mess up their wall. Belt Sanders done with her penalty. Oh. No. She thought she was good, but unfortunately Belt Center pulls another cut. And she's going to start. Oh, we're going to have 2 in the box for the next jam for Dark Sky.
All right. And Hater, I think, able to pick up some points at the tail end of that. We'll see. I see some fingers in the air.
Yep. She's got 5.
Yep.
That's a big point score for the truck stop waitresses. So Dark Sky is going to be starting with 2 blockers and a jammer in the box.
Wow. Big opportunity. They're sending out Risky Business, who we've seen still got plenty of energy left.
Yeah, but she's got to get that energy past Mow You Down.
Yeah, Mow You Down with a great hit there.
Yeah.
Slow her down at least a little bit.
If I'm going to have 2 people on the track for my team, it would definitely be Mow You Down and TKO. They are 2 brawlers.
And it looks like it was actually a no pass, no penalty, so
She does not have lead,
does not have lead jam.
but she does have 5 points. Bell Sander coming out of the box is still eligible for lead.
Yeah, we see the almost like the line change coming here. It's all 3 of the Dark Sky skaters are sprung from the penalty box.
Yeah, almost like exactly like a hockey line change happened.
They all came filing out. Must have all picked up penalties very close together.
Yeah, right at the end of that last jam. Belt is on her scoring pass, and she's in complete control of this jam now.
Yeah, and literally too, as we saw, there was a no pass, no penalty on the FTW jammer, so Belt Sanders got lead jammer status as well.
Oh, nice jump that she does land, picking up another 5 points.
She's feeling good.
Yeah, you can definitely see the glee on Belt's face. Risky Business still trying to get out on another scoring pass here. She's a little late getting up from that last hit.
Yeah, looks like she got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, but she's able to continue, so that's good. Oh, Belt just squeaks by on the outside, pick up another 5 points.
And Belt Sander up to 20 points. And Risky Business. It came out flying in the second half, but
that's going to be 25 points for Belt Sander as the jam naturally comes to a conclusion.
Yeah. Looked like that was a pretty hard hit there. So we'll see. There's a brief pause. I'm not quite sure if it's a timeout.
Yeah, we got an official timeout.
Yeah, it looks like it's an official timeout. Current score, Dark Sky Skylights 220 to Furious Truck Shop Wasters is 62. Belt Sander definitely getting some love online. So is the Starlets in general.
Usually I have to pay for that.
I don't play right. That's all. All right, looks like the Furious Truck Stop Waitresses are going to follow up that official timeout with a timeout of their own. That leaves them with 2 for the rest of the bout and their official review. Haven't seen a lot of timeouts in this game.
No, I think most of them in the first half remained, in the bank.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. I would think with such a short roster that the Furious Truck Stop Waitresses would be using every single one they could.
Yeah, it's true. It might have been something, I can't recall exactly. I'm sure they used one, but
yeah. As a player, I might be yelling at my coach, "Hey, why don't we use these?"
Now, do the timeouts refresh each half?
They do. Right?
Okay. It's like, the truck stop waitresses just running on a diminished roster. Looks like getting a little bit of attention on the bench there as well.
Yep. And it looks like the timeout's over and they're ready to start playing some derby.
Jam number 12 coming up. Pariah Carey, Kryptonite.
Kryptonite going right into the heart of the truck stop waitresses wall there.
Yeah, that does seem to be her style. Just come right at you.
I mean, they only slowed her down a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks like she's got the outside lane and lead.
Yeah, she finally created enough chaos there, enough disassociation of those blockers to get through. Pariah Carey was almost free, but now Dark Sky is forming again, and she's going to get recycled.
Yep. Kryptonite definitely has that ability to just hit a wall and make it fall down.
Pariah Carey, though, able to make it out. That's going to put some pressure on.
Let's see what Starlets do with this. Kryptonite's going to call it. Oh, looks like it's a little bit of a late call from the officials, but it wasn't enough to score any points for the truck stop waitresses.
Yeah, so 9 points picked up there for Dark Sky.
Jammer's job is to do the best they can to always have a laser eyesight on their jammer so that if they get that little tiny call off, even if they have a screen of other players in front of them, they can still see it. Looks like there was just a little bit too much of a screen there for our jam ref, but they still called it off in time.
Like 2? I thought you got 3 and then 3. Oh. All right, my bad.
Gets 3 timeouts. They can take it in
Okay.
So they don't.
1.3 timeouts.
But your official review was wrong.
Yes.
Mad Hater working there against Reamer. Reamer able to find some room on the inside after having a little bit of difficulty, but we'll grab that lead jammer status. and got knocked down there. Wasn't quite able to see what happened, but it looks like Reamer took a shot.
Yeah, it looks like both jammers just got recycled. Reamer's coming in on the inside. Mad Hater's trying to take the outside line, but she just slammed right into 4 Dark Sky blockers. Looks like Reamer got some chin music,
Yeah.
and as she got out, she decided to call it.
Might have been from that hit. I couldn't quite see it because it was on the other side of the track, but wouldn't be surprised.
I certainly agree with All Bucked Up on our stream. I definitely want to give it up for the short-staffed. I see what you did there, Buck. Short-staffed truck stop waitresses.
Yeah.
They're definitely working overtime. Because Deborah didn't show up for her shift.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Well, they are on their second game, so it's really they're in the second half of a double here.
Oh, Dark Sky Starlets left a huge hole on the outside that Pariah was able to take advantage of. Let's see if she can serve up some points. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to clock in any points there. Vivian Slayer going up against Mad Hater. This is a mashup that we've seen many times in this bout.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of them kind of mainstay jammers. Of course, as we talked about, FTW kind of has to jam everyone a lot. But Vivian Slade does seem to be kind of like the workhorse jammer for Dark Sky.
What FTW didn't have to do was leave a giant hole for Slaya, but they did it anyways.
That's true. Well, we got to put some credit to Vivian and to Dark Sky blockers.
Yeah, she definitely was aware of the hole and took advantage of it. We got a couple of skaters down, not getting up too quickly, but everyone's back on their feet again. That's good.
Vivian's getting recycled over on turn 2.
And she's going to call it.
And as the teams cycle through here, we're going to have Pariah carry up against Crystalite. Crystalite, another jammer we've seen a lot of from Dark Sky. And, of course, Pariah carry, a mainstay. Pariah carry with like the jumping start there. I kind of liked that.
Nice hit there on Crystalite. She's able to get by two blockers that put their all into stopping her.
Pariah carries out.
Crystalite gets a little direction to call it, and she does so.
Yep. Yeah, Pariah carry was headed towards the pack. Maybe 4-0. So Dark Sky Starlets with exactly 4 times as many points as the Furious Truck Stop Waitresses. Current score of 62 to 248.
That's some excellent mathing. Just right on the spot there. In real time. He didn't even write it down, guys. He did not write any of that down.
Some mental magic.
Yeah, no calculators were required there. Belt Center takes the inside and grabs lead. Mad Hater, trying to go and follow her, but Malicious is right there to take her out.
Belt Sander approaching the wall. Belt Sander,
she's able to just stomp her way through.
Jumping through.
Getting 5 points per stomp.
Star pass there from FTW. Means we're going to see Miss Andre picking up jamming duties. And before Miss Andre can reach the pack,
she threw the hip out, but there was nothing for it to catch.
Reflex. She heard the whistle. She threw the hip.
Yep. Another official review. From the Furious Truck Stop Waitresses.
And with just under 10 minutes to go in this one, let's take a look at what's happening tomorrow. So, coming up bright and early tomorrow at 10 a.m. is going
I'll
to
be
be
there.
the winner of the Bad News Beater and the Dark Sky Starlets, which was the Beaters, up against the winner of the Surly Girlies and FTW earlier today, which was the Surly Girlies. So we're going to have the Bad News Beaters and the Surly Girlies, an AZRD match.
Make that
And
easier
then-
for you.
Game number 7 coming up at noon is going to be Vice Squad up against the winner of this game. So right now looking to be the Dark Sky Starlets. And then at 3:30, we are going to have Whiskey Rollers up against the losers of the earlier game in the morning. So either the Bad News Beaters or the Surly Girlies. And then we'll have the championship game coming up Sunday at 5:30. Right now, we've got SRP up there in the bracket, and it's going to be the winner of the Bad News Beaters and the Surly Girlies.
Yep. SRP came into the conference with a bye.
Yeah, they got to buy.
Yeah, they got a bye, but then they were able to really take advantage of the Whiskey Rollers playing their second game today, and they were able to pass on into the championship bout.
Yeah, open up a big lead. The AZRD team so far having a great tournament.
Oh, definitely. They came down here to win.
So that first game tomorrow morning, the Bad News Beaters and the Surly Girlies, both those teams won their games by nearly 300 points
Yep.
today. So that's going to be one to watch for sure.
We'll see if the games are going to be high scoring or high hitting. Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, sometimes hard to tell. Sometimes you get two really great teams that match up against each other, and it's like 80 to 60.
Yep.
And then sometimes it's a shootout.
Yes, Lola Bunny is wearing one of those sparkle shorts that you can make designs in, and Vivian Slay has taken advantage of that.
She may have been writing a love letter on there.
Yes, taking her time. A little sonnet.
Haiku.
Yes, definitely. It had to be a haiku.
The official review has concluded. Joe is getting the lowdown right now. Right now, we are going to get back into action with Vivian Slaya up against Pariah Carey. And we'll have the details of the official review in just a second.
All right, so it looks like the Furious Truckside Waitresses tried to get an out of position block or from out of play block onto the Starlets jammer. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough officials on their side. It looks like they're not going to keep their official review. Vivian Slaya does a hesitated call off there. More of that mental mind games.
And in 5 seconds, we'll have jam number 19 of game number 5.
With 8.5 minutes left on the clock.
Current score 261 for Dark Sky Starlets, just 62 still from FTW. And looking to continue that lead as Dark Sky is going to grab lead jam once again, and that is Reamer circling the track. And Reamer with a nice jump, and it looks like they landed it.
Yep, looks like she landed it.
Star pass happened for FTW during that. So Miss Andrew flying around, and as we've seen a couple of times with the star pass of Miss Andrew, going to force the call off of that jam.
Yeah, Reamer's definitely a jammer you cannot give an inch to. If you open up even the littlest of a lane on the inside, she's gonna take it.
All right, Risky Business going up against
Kryptonite.
Kryptonite. Thank you.
Kryptonite takes the lead.
By
Risky
the time I
Business-
looked to see
giving
where
some
she
hard
was,
hits
she was
here.
already all the way across the court.
Yeah, Risky Business is already out. She's going to be applying pressure to Kryptonite to call it. Kryptonite's hesitating.
Yeah, making sure she eats up every
Risky Business
second.
takes a nasty hit there at the end, right before the call off.
Ow.
But she's up. These truck stop waitresses, I believe the fury just comes from an inner determination to keep playing and not let anything get them down.
Right? This is just incredible.
Yes. All right, Mad Hater's going to be kicking off this jam. She takes the outside. Unfortunately, runs right into one of her own blockers. Sometimes when you give there is that chance that you might actually be a deterrence instead of good offense.
And sometimes you might be in the way.
Yep, it happens.
Vivian Slaya coming through, cruising through for an easy 5 points there. Just slid right through.
But Mad Hater is still trucking on.
Furiously. She's not waiting.
No. She's not waiting, but she unfortunately is not going to get any points as a tip.
278 points for Dark Sky. And we've got a couple of truck stop waitresses sitting furiously in the penalty box. So they're going to have a jammer and 2 blockers.
Truck stop waitresses are going to use their last timeout here. It looked like they didn't have the players to be ready, so they're going to take a little breather here.
Yeah, they're running such a short jammer rotation. Brian's in the penalty box.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see any other way that they can do it, though. It's like,
Yeah.
you only got 8
So they
people.
called the timeout and Jan Hater again.
I mean, they're doing pretty
That's
well.
why they take the timeouts.
Yeah. We have 15 people on there. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad for a 200-point game, 7:30 on Saturday night.
Right? That's
Indeed.
pretty good.
And we'll return to the action. Matt Hader going up against Belt Sander.
Belt Sander using that grit to get by on the inside. Lola Bunny gives chase, but unfortunately she just isn't fast enough to catch up to the Belt Sander.
Yeah, Belt Sander making it look smooth out there.
So all of you watching from home, I just gave my fellow announcer a high five for that one.
It only took me until 5 minutes left in the game to come up with a good Belt Sander pun.
You know what? Sometimes you just got to save it all for the end. Definitely not what either of these two teams are doing it. They've been leaving it out on the track the entire time.
They're leaving nothing behind. Dr. Sander able to get 4 points. And that will send out a Vivian Slaya against Pariah Carey. One Dark Sky blocker in there, so we'll see if Pariah is able to take advantage. Right now, it looks like Vivian is slaying her way through the pack, taking lead jam.
Slay giving words of encouragement to Zap sitting in the box. Zap should be returning to the game shortly.
Pariah Carey was able to make it out, so Pariah Carey now heading in for a scoring pass.
Yep, both jammers have points on the board now.
Yep, and Dark Sky's letting it run.
Yeah, Mow You Down and Kim Malicious is definitely not going to let Pariah get these easy points, which she does get.
Yep, she's putting 4 points on the board there.
Yep, coming around for another scoring pass. Vivian, unfortunately, gets a penalty. Dark Sky Scarlets are now in the box.
Yeah,
and
here's-
Pariah has a power jam here. And
Yeah.
we are going to go the full 2 minutes. And Zap is returning to the box.
And Pariah's threw another scoring pass, putting 5 on the board.
This actually has the potential to be a pretty big move for the truck stop waitresses here.
Yeah, for sure. She sends in the offense.
Yep.
Right now being held up.
Slay is back in play and easily sneaks by on the inside, scoring 4 points.
Yep. Mariah gets through another scoring pass.
And secures 5 points. Both teams back up to full strength with 17 seconds left on the clock.
I'll correct myself. I said Mariah. It's Pariah.
Pariah.
How dare I? Pariah Carey working to get some more points, but Vivian Slaya just getting right through in the meantime. And double digits being put up for both teams on that jam.
That was a very high-scoring jam for both players, for both teams.
Yeah, 15 for Tucson and 16 for Flagstaff. And Dark Sky Starlets actually nearing the triple century mark. Just 2 more points to go, sitting at 298.
And they've got 2 minutes to do it. I think they're going to do it.
I believe so. I would bet on it. If I were a gambling man, and I am. So
Oh, the
just don't
waitress
think
is
anyone would take
able
that bet with
to
me.
take Crystalite to the line and push her out. They forced her to attack again.
yeah.
All right, both jammers are out.
Yep, Kryptonite flying through, trying to get those couple of points we were talking about.
Yeah,
as
both
Matt Hader
both
comes
look
towards the pack.
pretty determined.
Yep.
A good call off by the refs, and that's going to deprive Matt Hader of getting any points on that one. But her makeup still looks awesome.
We'll see. It looks like I'm not seeing movement on the scoreboard, so we shall see. Pariah Carey up against Reamer. Both teams working hard, but Reamer able to rotate to the inside and grab lead jam. And Pariah Carey took the star off, but puts it back on now as she heads towards the pack. And
Got to have
Reamer-
the star on to score points, but you don't have to have the star on to get your initial pass out.
Yeah, I think we saw that in actually one of the earlier games where someone took a star pass and forgot to put it back on.
Yeah, they weren't able to grab the points that they earned.
1 point earned there for Dark Sky so far. So 299 and actually just 25 seconds remaining.
So this is definitely going to be the last jam.
Yeah, we'll see if they are able to.
Yeah, they might
Hit
not
300.
actually be able to get that last point. Who knows?
I might have lost my bet that nobody took.
Yes. All right, this is definitely going to be the last jam of the bout.
Yep, Belt Sander up against Mad Hater. Neither successful in getting free.
Yes, this is definitely
Oh.
going to be a dragged out one. Belt
And
Center taking lead.
yep, shot right up the middle after being knocked out of bounds to the outside.
Let's see what she does here. She's got a minute 40, and she's got a jammer right behind her.
She gets
And
the
she's
points.
going to call it.
She's going to
She's
call
able
it.
to get those 4 points.
Yep, so that's going to mean that our unofficial score, a couple of palindromes up there, 77 points for FTW and 303 for the Dark Sky Starlets.
A great game, everybody. And once again, this was Thrash Panda. And I want to thank my co-host. I think we did a great job.
Thank you. I think you did a great
I
job.
mean, you did better than me, obviously.
You did much better.
Okay, I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Everyone else have a great night. Please join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. We will be streaming on the same place, same time.
Yeah,
Yeah. Same bat channel. Yeah.
10 a.m. Don't miss it. Have a great night, everyone.
All right. Night.
That was a lot of fun.
Build up the muscle there.
does. Yeah. So I heard you like hurt yourself, or?
Yeah, I fell on skates coming down the stairs. I think I'll be able to rep again. We'll see.
Were you supposed to be repping today?
No, I was supposed to rep 2 games in the morning. I only repped 1, and then I repped the very last game tomorrow. But I'll be okay if I don't have to.
Look at that guy.
Dan?
Great job. Announces. Respect.
Oh. This is on my phone, so.
That was a good time.